up, beautiful people? This is your girl, Nola, back in the building with another reading. I hope all is well in your world. So, I wanted to do a reading today on, Offset and Quavo. They reunited at the BET Awards, and I was just so excited to see that, right? We had done a reading on them eventually reuniting. It may take some time, but it happened sooner rather than later, and I was just so excited to see it. A lot of people were asking, is it genuine? Will they reunite? And of course, TMZ tried to get ahead of the story to kind of say, well, right now it's just to pay homage to or to celebrate, of course, TakeOff. But I want to look deeper into it. Will they actually reunite? And can they do both? They can, stay united as Migos and still, have their individual careers. Will they be able to do both? And again, the main thing people want to know is it really genuine? Have they truly forgiven each other? I know CardiB was really excited. I saw her on her Instagram saying that she was about to cry. She knew that they were about to cry. Hell, I was about to cry, because I understand, being in the middle of family turmoil, especially prior to the death and then after the death, how those things can truly rip people apart. So we're going to go into this reading simply just asking, is this genuine? And, have they truly forgiven each other? Now, the body language is, you can see through the body language is a work in progress. It's not perfect. And of course, again, it's Rome wasn't built in a day. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But let's go ahead and take a look. So Spirit, this reading, make sure, y'all, I don't want to burn up the thing on, Lisa's house. Give me the energy, Spirit, around Offset and Quavo and their, reconnection, Give me the energy around if it's genuine. And we're just going to start with that, right? Again, Offset and Quavo and their new connection. All right, let's go ahead and bring this back some. So they start off with the Nine of Cups. They have the Three of Pentacles. Yes. And then, of course, the card of Temperance. I'm going to stop right there. I love it. And I may do one more, but I love it so far. To me, this is, of course, the Three of Cups is that collaboration energy. Them getting on stage, hitting the stage together. The Three of Cups is them coming into balance with each other. Releasing that tension, right? I love that because it represents really, them truly taking steps forward in order to make the relationship work. I don't feel like this is the end for them either. I feel like this is only the beginning. That Nine of Cups, not only were they happy, their families were happy, their fans were happy. I mean, this is talking about really kind of like helping people kind of get past it. Because a lot of times what people don't understand is that with them fighting, it created a lot of division, right? And so even on my channel, doing readings for them, I saw people taking sides, on this channel against one or the other. And so for me, this actually, not that it's, perfect, but this just represents just them coming into emotional stability and them getting into a place of, trying to, kind of figure it all out. Again, it's not perfect, but I love it. Even in this message here, again, this is them finding the balance. I don't feel like this is the end. I know TMZ reported that they have no real plans to work together. And I know that Quavo had said that, like Migos will never be Migos, but I don't think so. I think there's a potential for them to come together at times and really bring this all together and keeping, of course, TakeOff in mind. So I don't think this is the end for them. And I do feel like it's from a genuine place. When you see that Nine of Cups and that Temperance energy, that represents it is genuine. Give me any additional messages about their connection, Spirit, just overall, and then we're going to do them individually. Just an overall aspect for, Quavo and Offset. And, here, this talks about pride. I think that, pride will really destroy relationships, and this is what this talks about. Having that excess pride, having that not acknowledging each other's feelings. There's still an element here of feeling like there was at once upon a time, and even maybe today, I felt like you didn't have my back and you didn't have my back and you were behind my back and you did this and you did that. It's not perfect, right? That's something that's still nothing's perfect, but that's something that could still be worked out. But I say this all to say I love the fact that they're at this place, and I can see like in the next 1 to 9 months we may see some things, and even the next 1 to 3 years we may see some things. And even though they're pouring into each other's cup, I can still see them doing things individually, right? That's what it talks about. We're gonna pull one more. They have the Lovers card together. Not that they're lovers. Don't start that out. But that Lovers card represents them coming together and making a choice to reconnect, making a choice to join forces, right? That's what that represents. When you see that Three of Pentacles, that's also people coming together. And when and then of course that Lovers card is people coming together. I don't think it's over for them. I don't think it's over. I think let me say this too. What they have to understand, and I hope that they understand, is look how impactful them coming together made a difference. Their careers individually have been, I feel like they've been fine, but together they were actually stronger. That Three of Pentacles represents the strength, right? That represents them, it's like ranks, that's what that represents. Together they're actually stronger, believe it or not. But that Lovers card for them represents, in business, it represents a partnership. It represents collaborations, for future collaborations. It represents these people do have a real love for each other, right? Despite everything that's happened. Of course, there's still this element here with that Six of Wands that talks about, like putting things to bed and putting things into perspective and having some feelings of what happened in the past. But I really feel like they've come a long way. That Temperance to me also represents TakeOff. I can see him smiling down now. That's guardian angel energy. That's spirit guide energy. That is I can see him right now just feeling like that angel just is smiling down on them, just saying y'all are doing the right thing, and man, I just love to see it. So that Temperance also could represent that as well. I love that. Temperance is a spiritual element. But I can see these guys really working towards a real reconciliation. I know TMZ tried to, report that they've been working on this for months. I could kind of see that too, even in their Nine of Cups. That Nine of Cups represents has been something. They've been kind of behind the scenes with it. And I think that's great because it gave them time to work on it without people really realizing it. Is it perfect? Again, no. It's just the one is like, it's not perfect, but it's there's definitely progress here. All right. So for the people who were saying, is this genuine? I feel like it's genuine. Are there still, again, trust issues? It's still there. Again, when trust is broken or when people fall out, it takes time to build those things back together. Give me the energy around, TakeOff's family. I mean, they had a nice little send-off, celebrating TakeOff all together. They captured a few pictures of them. Let's get the energy around, TakeOff's family and, how they feel about them reuniting and all of that good stuff. The Three of Cups. Look, that was causing a lot of division for all of them. I'm going to be honest with you. This is what this represents. And now, again, that Queen of Pentacles is here. So, they were going through a tower moment. Especially when you have this group of people who are like brothers and coming through together. I know Quavo and TakeOff are actually related. But that, of course, that created a real tower moment. This is in past position energy. So, I'm going to leave this in the past and saying, yes, this created a lot of turmoil. Again, this is people who are, they proud. And again, pride can destroy. If you don't learn how to manage your pride and put your differences aside, that does create what? Issues and isolation. So definitely feel like, I could see like them coming back together a few months ago because that Three of Cups represent they were in isolation. But this makes sense, like when you see that Queen of Pentacles energy, that Queen of Pentacles is, them, again, listening to each other, what you need, what you want, how you feel, how I feel, what was the breakdown. That's what that represents. And so many people are coming to them, just like I saw T.I. the other day, like a big brother to them saying, man, like the people are going to be talking about this for some time. And, You know, like, you know, I feel like that was just such a proud moment for them and for us and for everybody and even for the industry to put this to bed. It just really was this, it was very disheartening to see that, you know, them go through that. Also, too, with that Tower card represents them allowing, in that Three of Pentacles, that Three of Cups, allowing other people to interfere in their relationship. I feel like that's kind of like a thing of the past now. Not that it's, again, perfect, but this represents other people getting in people's ear and creating problems and different things like that. I think that for me, when I see that Queen of Pentacles, I think they're going to definitely do a better job of not allowing outside people to interfere so much in their relationship, you know, as much as they used to. The Five of Pentacles represents recovery for them. And so this is a recovery phase. And this talks about, you know, improvement. So the relationship does show, as far as the anxiety, the tension, this represents, both of them have gone through a spiritual transformation as it relates to this sudden passing of TakeOff. And so this represents they're both in a place where they're ready to kind of move past that, you know, different things like that. I'm surprised they didn't have dreams about TakeOff, you know, coming to them. And that Five of Swords energy too, that Five of Swords, I always love this card for whatever reason in reverse, because it does represent, even though we have resentment, we have a desire to reconcile. We have a desire to forgive, right? You know, you're my brother, you're not my opponent. We're, we're not, to me, people got to remember how they started. Go back to the source, the basics. Go back to the beginning, why you started this group. You know, the love that you have for it. And now that TakeOff is no longer here to continue it, right? I don't think it's over for them. I don't think it's over for them. Even if they say this right now, like, you know, right now we just don't see something. I don't think it's over for them in terms of them not coming together and collaborating together, because there's going to be a desire to do that, and, you know, a desire to do that. So this is the reading on them. We already know how CardiB feels. They had the Star card in the family that talks about their relationship being rejuvenated and renewed. And at some point, you know, of course, people start to really feel blessed, because let me say this, life is too short to be holding grudges, and things happen too quickly. Look what happened to TakeOff. So this represents renewed energy, and I just love it. So I say I wish them all the best of luck. This is to me, it's very genuine. This wasn't money motivated. You didn't see a lot of pentacles in these cards, right? If I would have seen a lot of pentacles energy, I would have been like, you know, it just feels a little strategic. But to me, this feels very genuine. Okay. This is your girl, Chris Blue Nola Tarot. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Also, don't forget I'm running a summer special. It's going into July now. So you can also book with me at BlueNolaTarot.com. Again, this reading is on TakeOff, Quavo, and Offset. Long live TakeOff, and rest in peace to you, sir. And I, you know, like, I always had this funny feeling about doing readings on him, because, you know, I told you guys how, you know, my uncle was in, you know, this area called Gertown in New Orleans, where he was, you know, he was in the middle of a little heated exchange with somebody, and he was actually killed not too far from Xavier University by that gas station. So to me, it's triggering to talk about TakeOff to some extent, but at the same time, you know, I know people like do have questions and they want to know and all of that, and we're gonna always be respectful of him and his passing and all of that. So thank you again for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I take care. Bye bye.